coming. I'm getting off here. Bye.
Lauren, your diamonds were taking over the call.
Good. I'm going to go to bed. I'm so
I was just catching up with Cammie's state travels.
I love it. I have a headache and I don't feel well. So this is a rare, oh my gosh, I'm so dark. We are going to fix that. Sorry. This is the first time I'm leading a night call in a very long time. So give me a second. Oh, I'm really dark. Look, I disappeared. Kids are coming home from, here we go. Kids are coming home from soccer and all that stuff. So I'll get there. Trying to get people active, blah, 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 you know, all that stuff. So I am going to fix this. Hold on. Well, we won't do that this time.
Hey, one quick question. Are you guys all in gallery view? Because if you are, you can see everybody at one time.
Yeah. I like the gallery view, especially when we take that infamous picture where we're all looking at the same place, and then we post it on Facebook about how awesome our team is. So, you know, that picture we take. All right, so I'm turning on the big computer as well for more light because my Diva light was unplugged by somebody, and we won't name names. But, all right, so we're getting started. Yeah, do you know, every week it's just crazy when you're trying to help people achieve their goals and get active, and people are saying they're signing up and saying they're placing orders and saying they're so excited, and then they don't. And it's really, really, really heartbreaking for a lot of people. So you sit there and you have heart-to-hearts with coaches, and then you go, oh crap, I'm supposed to be leading a team call. Ha ha ha, coming. So I am going to actually be the control freak that you know I am, just on team calls. And I'm going to mute everybody, and I'm not going to allow you to unmute yourselves because, sorry. But, hey, when we were at Summit, some of us got to go to a Billy Idol concert. And let me just tell you, it was completely disturbing to be a part of that one, especially when he took his shirt off and then wore that black mesh shirt. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, put it back on. So, but we were sitting there, and Jen Gamble had some very specific questions, and it's really rare to be face-to-face with your coach, right? And she was like, well, I've got you here. I'm going to ask you some really specific questions about my business. And so we're screaming at each other, and Kimberly, who I see her right here, she was like, wait, this would be an amazing team call. You know, I really love listening to you get into the specifics and talk about volume and talk about growth, and this is so cool. And so it was like, all right, cool. She's like, you talk totally differently. You're like strategic and you're excited. And I'm like, I am. This is the stuff that gets me, like the nerd in me is just like going nuts because I love thinking about how to really maximize this opportunity. But before we get to those nitty gritty things, I wanted to go back to the questions that we asked because the point is that I want to make sure that the questions that you guys asked are answered. And so I'm just going to go through those questions, not super quickly, but I want to just touch on each of them. And granted, if you asked a question like, help me fix my business, I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, I'm just going to pass that because I'm gonna give you a little bit of tough love tonight, and I'm not gonna apologize about that at all, because that's something we're gonna talk about in a second, or like the last part of the call, is that we've got to get a little bit tough love and say the things that are hard to say and hard to hear, but that's only for everybody's growth and everybody's well-being, because I don't want you guys to spend so much time complaining about what's not working that you forget to focus on what we need to be focusing on, which is what is working and what we need to do. So, all right, first question. Carrie, what are the positives about being a diamond? All right, so as we're talking about growth, and new coaches are just like, what the heck is she talking about? There are various ranks within Beachbody, and we set these goals for rank, but really what this is growth. So at the rank of diamond, you are the leader. I mean, you're a leader of a team the minute that you sign up your first coach. So don't think that you've got to be a diamond in order to be a leader. You're a leader the minute that you have your first coach, and I need you to have that mindset that, wow, I have a team of people, a team of 2, me and my coach. And I'm also a part of a larger team, and we're a part of a larger team. It's not just you guys and you're like, peace out, we're going to do our own thing. No, we're all a part of a much larger team, and we grow together. So don't get me on my soapbox about that. When you hit diamond, you have a team of 12. That is 4 on your left leg, 4 on your right leg, and 1 of those on each leg is an emerald. Now you're like, great, so what? I have signed up a bunch of people, I've shared my heart, they're super excited. But the really cool thing, and I'm going to talk to you guys about money, stuff we don't talk about a lot. I'm going to talk to you about bonuses. I'm going to talk to you about things that maybe you haven't heard before. When you hit diamond, you are now earning the highest paid cycle bonus in the entire company. So if you think you get paid more as a superstar diamond, you don't. The highest paid cycle bonus starts and ends at diamond. 1 star doesn't get more money per cycle bonus. 2 star doesn't get any more either. It's $18 per cycle. So the goal here is you've got this opportunity in front of you. I want to hit the rank where I'm earning or have the potential to earn the most every single week. Because if you're not at diamond and your volume grows, there are benchmarks that Beachbody has put into place so that you cap out. So you can't just sit back and eat bonbons and Shakeology all day and have a team of 20,000 people and be an emerald and make as much money as you would if you were a diamond or above. At each rank, there are measures. You cap out at a certain number of cycles, at a certain amount. So I've had coaches even come to me and be like, Beachbody didn't pay me. And I'm just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you talking about? Well, they dropped rank and they didn't know. And they had so much volume that they capped out as an emerald. And the most money you can earn as an emerald per week is $250. They would have earned more than that had they been a diamond. So it's important that you don't just get to diamond and you're like, woohoo, diamond. Oh crap, I fell out the next week. It's important that you stay there. That is your new ground zero. That is your new foundation. Because what I really want to stress to you and what Jen's going to talk about in a little bit is 2 stars should be the goal. 2 star is really where the magic starts to happen. That is where you have created 1 diamond, 1 diamond. It has to be balanced for you to enjoy the perks. You not only lead a team of 2 diamonds, and you're a diamond as well, but you now get to enjoy the 2 star bonus, the quarterly bonus. Now that is a portion of all the 2 star diamonds in that quarter and the sales, and it varies. It ranges depending on how many 2 star diamonds there are. That's cool, right? I want a bonus every quarter. Sweet. But the other really cool thing is when you get to 2 star, you now look at your organization and you're just like, where can I really maximize this opportunity? Where can I put another one of me? Beachbody goes, you're awesome. You got to 2 star, you get to duplicate yourself. We're going to let you have another business center. So basically, you get to sign up again from day 1. Challenge pack, you earn 2 points for your own challenge pack. I mean, seriously, you get to start over. You get to recreate yourself, but you get to place that business center where you need it the most. So say you look at your organization, and you guys, this might be over your head, but guess what? We're going to come back and you're going to be able to listen to this call later and be like, oh, I'm so glad we went over that because now I need it. I left my water in the other room. You're going to get to that 2 star mark. You're going to look at your volume and you're going to say, wow, my strong leg, the leg that my coach put me on, is blowing up. I could really use some help over here. I mean, my diamond is rocking it. But wouldn't it be cool if I could put another person over there who's rocking it? And I know I'm going to rock it because that's my goal. So I'm going to put myself over there and I'm going to get to diamond like in a week. boom, 3-star diamond. Hello. So, and all that volume only helps you to create more of a cycle bonus. So I know your question, Carrie, was what's the importance of diamond? And I just kind of took it and ran with it. Made a touchdown and like slam dunked that thing, but spiked that ball. But you know what I'm saying? It's football season. That is just one rank. Don't overlook the fact that that is a great goal to have. It is awesome to shoot for that and get there as quickly as you can, but don't stop there and do a happy dance and then camp out for a while with an umbrella drink. You keep going. You start going, hey, guess what, coaches? You know what? I signed you up. When are you going to be diamond? When are you going to be diamond? Let's do it together. I want you to keep going. I want you to double yourself, triple yourself. I want us to do this together because let's face it, when you're a new coach and you hit this goal of diamond, you're going to sign up a lot of people and they're going to be kind of at the same place where you are when you started. Why don't you take everything that you're learning as you're working towards diamond and share it with them? Duplicate everything that you're doing with them. Don't go, I'm going for diamond. Y'all, good luck in that new coach training. No. Hey guys, guess what I'm doing? This is how I'm inviting. This is what I'm sharing. This is what I'm going to put out there today. Hey guys, this post really worked great for me. Go check this out. Did you see this video? This was awesome. Share everything because your coaches are signing up and they're like, now what? But if they watch what you're doing and they emulate it and they duplicate it and they do exactly what you're doing, awesome, amazing growth. Okay, I got to go faster if I'm going to hit all these questions. All right. We have a couple questions about inviting, help people and get on a team built. When you're not good with people, you get good with people. You invest in personal development until you get good with people. If you are someone who is an introvert, that is not an excuse because this company was built on introverts. A lot of people, a lot of the strongest coaches are introverts. And if there's something that you can recognize within yourself that you need to work on, you need to get some PD. You need to work on that. That is all on you. That is not on someone else to fix for you. That is not on someone else to answer for you. That is personal development. And there are so many books out there that you can choose from. We even have a database of books. We share audibles. We share the things that are really speaking to us. You guys, seriously, if you've got a question, there is a personal development anything for that. The best way to invite, that's your personal preference. Some people are belly to belly. Some people are face to face. Some people love just sending personal messages. The voice message app for me is money because people are like, oh my gosh, you sound like you're 5. It's a great conversation starter for one. Plus, then they go, you're a real person. I didn't expect anyone to actually answer me. Wow, that's kind of sad. But yes, I'll be on there because I'm in my car and I'll be like, so it's totally illegal for me to be texting even though I do it anyway. But here is a great, here's information about that. And then, do you find this funny? And I was telling Kimberly this the other day. When you voice text somebody else, they voice text you back. Like they're like, oh, sweet, I'm going to voice text her. I'm like, no, I wanted you to text that. Now, I don't want to listen to your thing. Fine, I'll listen to it. Okay, but I wanted you to text me. And then they voice text you back. Anyway, it's a funny little observation I have. I like to voice text because as you can tell, I'm just bubbly. But I also like to invite people and I like to share a story and I like to make videos on YouTube and I like to share those things because sometimes I've made a video and I'm like, dang, that was straight up good. I'm going to save that to YouTube. I'm going to use that thing over and over. And so I go, and if somebody says, what's coaching? I go, I have a video. I looked like I was in the winter wonderland in this video. I'm all bundled up, and right now it's 5,000 degrees in Florida. I'm like, but this was a really great video because I said things that I'd never, ever said before. And I shared it in a way that really was like, oh, yeah, it's great. Make a video. Share your heart and save that. Share it, share it, share it, share it. It's you. It's also a time saver. You guys, please do yourself a favor and create systems and create videos. And if you don't know how to save to YouTube, go to YouTube and YouTube how to save to YouTube. Like YouTube is the, hello. YouTube teaches you how to do everything. Everything. I'm not kidding. I've learned how to do so much with YouTube. You can save a live video. I learned how to do that on YouTube. All right. Blah, 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 blah. When you're pushing to rank advance and there are promotions like Team Cup, that's a good one, Kimberly. This is a hard one for me because if you got serious goals, I hear it's Team Cup and I go, oh God, stupid Team Cup. No, Team Cup is awesome for so many reasons. But if you're so hyper-focused on one specific goal, the thought of like, how many Success Club points can I get? It's just like, totally against what I'm trying to do here. The light went away. Okay. Is there like an app for a big light? Nah, whatever. I'll find it for next call. I love Team Cup because your focus shifts. And you are sharing, you are using your Success Club points to earn prizes for your team. Your goals don't have to change. It doesn't change anything. You know, a lot of people will say Team Cup was the way that we propelled our business. We set big team goals. We also set big personal goals. And then we worked in a small group in order to achieve those. So unless your goal is like, I really want to build my husband, and your points are the only ones that count, because you're in this Team Cup, yeah, I can see that. Because like right now, my husband is a diamond, and so I put him on a team to round out a team. But unless I get him to Success Club 5 or 10, I've crippled that team. But that's not really my goal right now, stinky butt. I want to put those points and that volume somewhere else. But for the next few days, I'm going to focus on my husband. So did I even answer your question? Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Sorry, I can't find the Facebook page. What's the best way to still push for growth and participate but not compromise your long-term goals? I think if your long-term goals are constant growth, and you're not compromising them at all with a Team Cup. You're just maybe putting in a bigger push that month that gives you momentum as you keep going forward. And you get to duplicate that with, if you fill the cup team with members of your own team, it's just like having a small group focused on the same goal. My favorite was like a couple, well, it's happened a few times, but I remember being at Summit and the Team Cup winners, they were all Emerald coaches when it started, and when the Team Cup finished, they were all diamonds. Some were star diamonds. And I was like, wow, that happened in 4 weeks. That's crazy. That's like serious focus. So I don't think that it affects your long-term goals at all. In fact, it can only make them better. I didn't get an answer about my question for that. What is a true leader? Anyone? Anyone? I feel like I'm a leader. I feel like all of us are leaders. A true leader is someone who, gosh, can I look up a definition on like Webster's for you guys? That's going to take way too long. Maybe we can talk about that another time, or maybe I can elaborate later. Jackie, that was a good question. Under myself and my husband. So when you ask questions about where to place a spouse or where to place coaches, you have to think, what are my long-term goals? So this is what I teach, and we'll talk about this just a little bit more. There's you. Hi, I'm a coach. Your first coach should be your spouse. I'm just saying. That is absolutely kind of a non-negotiable with me, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. Beyond that, I feel that until you get to diamond, you should build evenly. Unless you need to just really build for income immediately and you are placed somewhere where there's a ton of volume. Now, what are your goals? That's the conversation we need to have. Is your goal, I want to grow to diamond so I have the max cycle bonus? Check. Then I want to focus on the volume and really growing that certain leg, but still maximizing the income per week. That's the way I think. I want to get to where I can earn the most, and then I want to keep feeding that, and I want to keep growing. Now, as far as where to place people and when to place people and why to place people, my husband is at the top of my weak leg. Let's just go back 4 years. I didn't have a strong or a weak leg. I was glitched. My name was Penelope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph, and I was literally called the glitch because they lost me. They lost our team. I was glitched in an inside dead leg for almost a year. And it was just a computer error that nobody caught. So I built both my legs, not even knowing. I was like, sweet, we have 300 volume per team. So happy. So happy. And my coach was like, that can't be right. Like, that's so wrong. And we didn't discover it. So what I did, I put my husband at the top of my weak leg and I built everything evenly. And I was so happy. Now, when it came time to get to 2-star, one of my first coaches got to diamond and I got Chris to diamond. That volume started growing on that strong leg, and I was happy I had built my husband because I was able to do a 2-to-1 cycle bonus, which you need to go to YouTube and YouTube Team Cycle Bonus with Michael Neiman and look at that video. He uses toys to show you what a cycle bonus is. That really helped me see it, and I'm visual, so when he drew it out, I was like, I totally get it. So that's really important that you understand. Even if you don't touch your husband for a while, Melissa McAllister told a great story. She built, Mick was on her, let me get this straight. The inside of the weak leg. Okay, so Google is your BFF, BFF. Melissa McAllister tells this story. She got her business to 15-star diamond, blah, 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 blah. She didn't touch Mick. She had him on a weak leg. So he was building all of this volume on the weak leg she was building. So when it came time to maximize the volume for him, he already had a ton of his strong leg volume, okay? And he built the inside, and I mean, it went like nuts. It went nuts because he had so much volume to cap out on. But she didn't touch him for a very, very long time. So even if you just hold that place for him and you grow your whole organization, when it's time, you can definitely turn that faucet on and start to build and grow that business center as another one of you. Because think about it. When you put anything through your husband, you get the commission from that. You also get the volume from that, which rolls up to you, and it's a cycle bonus. That is 2 times the income. That is smart. That is being a smart businesswoman. I'm going to turn off the chat if y'all don't stop it. Because Tara is just laughing. So when you're ready to build your husband, Jackie, you'll know. When you get to your diamond, which you're there, Success Club 10, 2-star. When it's time, go ahead and build him. Play with the volume. I don't want you guys to get locked into something where you think you've made a mistake and you can't ever undo it. It can always be looked at, fiddled with, and who's raising their hand? And it can be manipulated and used to your advantage. Even if your husband is on your strong leg, it does not matter. And what are you saying? Keep saying touch your husband. You're a child. You're a 13-year-old boy. Did I say touch your husband? Well, I can't touch my husband, so maybe that's why. Okay. I mean, he's in Afghanistan. So I'm just gonna go with that. Goobers. I had someone say, but my husband's on my strong leg, I messed up. No, you didn't. That means that you're just going to have a lot more volume there. So guess what? You get to focus as you're building and adding coaches on your weak leg. So you can't mess this up. You really can't. At any given time, you can look at your organization and you can say, where do I need to build? From week to week. And it's going to change. I promise you, it's never going to be the same because you're going to add a coach who's going to blow it up. And you're going to add a coach you thought was going to be a rock star and really wasn't. There's nothing wrong with that. But you just have to keep looking at it and seeing where you need to grow. All Topics Wonderful, How to Plan Reverse Engineering. You need to watch that call, Karina, because that is just awesome and I won't do it justice. We can talk more about volume and growth and spouse. But like I said, for Monica who asked that question, when it's time for you to sign up your husband, take a snapshot of your volume on a Wednesday night, like the last day of the week, and then you'll know where you need to grow. Don't do it on like a Friday, which is day 1 or day 2. You need to really look. You really need to look at where your max volume is for that week, so that you know where to place more volume. So when I talked to my coach and I was like, we need to talk about building, she goes, wait until Wednesday, or take a screenshot of it if you want to talk on Thursday, all that stuff. Why build your spouse? I talked about that. It doesn't matter which leg. Everybody teaches something different. Did I miss a bunch of questions? Volume, all topics, wonderful. So, what Jen and I, I'm going to unmute Jen. What Jen and I were talking about today was kind of not the good cop, bad cop, but we were just talking about, why you get, what were we talking about, Jen?
Oh, we were talking about, a couple of different things. We were talking about just leading by example. Is that what you're referring to? Leading by example with your team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we were just talking about, when you get to the rank of, I kind of touched on this, the rank of diamond, for example, or the rank of 1 star, never falling out of that, because what are you teaching your coaches? What are you teaching them? That it's okay to push for something and then stop? It's, and life happens and we can't control a lot of situations. And so I know a lot of you have things that have been really hard in your life. I don't minimize that at all. And, but I'm just, I know that also our coaches watch us, and when they see us fall out, and they think it's okay for them to fall out as well, or they think it's okay for them to back off. And I heard the term, I'm taking a break. We've heard that a lot. I'm just taking a step back, from Beachbody. Why would you take a step back? Maybe take a step back and reevaluate, but you don't take a step back from the business altogether that you've worked so hard to build. And I know you guys have all heard this, or maybe you haven't. I love the analogy. A friend of mine, Amber, gave this analogy all the time because this was her in her business. She said, I was so frustrated the first 2 years because she was making excuses. She would push so hard for this goal, and then she would take a step back from Beachbody. And she said, it's like a car that you're pushing uphill. You can push and run. But the minute you stop, that car is going to roll back over you and crush you. She said, I realized that if I took one little step, and I was consistent, even if it was the smallest, most minute step, I wasn't taking 5 steps back from Beachbody. I was consistently moving forward. Even if I was at a snail's pace, didn't matter the pace as long as I was moving forward. She said that consistency over time led to massive growth in her business, less frustration, and her coaches saw that she was able, even working a full-time teacher job, even dealing with losing their business, her husband's business, that she continued to build and grow. She never made excuses. She never took a step back again. And she showed them that even through hard things, you can still show up. You can still grow. I hope that in my crying and my moaning and my groaning and my dealing with this year, that you guys see that I still show up every day. And I'm not giving myself a pat on the back. I'm just saying we all have hard stuff. We all have hard stuff. And your heart isn't more hard than somebody else's, although I can look at these pictures and I can see some really hard stuff. But I want you guys to understand that we don't measure each other by points. We don't measure each other by rank. We're all leaders on this team. We all have something huge to contribute, every single one of us. And I want you guys to know that, and I want you to be welcome to come and share. We're only as good as the person next to us. We're only as strong as maybe our weakest coach. We're only as strong as everybody else on our team. And so I want you guys to set these big goals with the goal of continual growth, not just getting there and stopping, but getting there and then celebrating the snot out of it and showing other people what's possible, and then keep going. So, and then, yeah. Now Jen's going to be mean. I'm just kidding.
What? I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said, now Jen's going to be mean. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. No, I think that, I like what Lauren and I were talking about today, that I think that it's just so vital, and it's something that I learned from the very, very beginning is diamond is a choice. And I think so many times, and I know we're talking about placement and volume, and we'll get all to that too, but I think that this business is so important that if you guys can realize from the beginning, whether you're a brand new coach or you've been doing this, 4 years with Lauren, or, even the coaches that have, been doing it from the founding coaches, this business is 100% mindset. It's not about who you know, if you're an introvert, if you have sales experience, where your background is, what you're going through, what your life event is right now. It is 100% mindset. And if you're not doing personal development, you will not succeed in this business. I tell my coaches this all the time, and I probably sound very redundant, but I believe it with all my heart and soul that if you're not doing personal development, you will quit. Every day that I am not doing personally developing myself, I quit. And that is why I know a lot of people are like, oh, you went through so much stuff and you're so strong. I'm not any stronger than you. I am no different than you. I've just made a choice. And that choice is strengthened every day by personal development. So that being the foundation, Diamond is still like, I get this a lot that, Diamond's super, super hard and that's my goal. And I always like to say to my coaches, to this team, don't make Diamond your goal. Diamond is something that should be, I love what Lauren said, that new playing field, that new foundation. But you should really be shooting for 2-star. One, because of all of the things that she said, you get to duplicate yourself. You get to help your volume. But Diamond is just the starting point. So stop looking at it as Diamond, this end goal, because really that's just the start of it. And also, a lot of people think that Diamond is the most important rank, but I really feel like Emerald is the most important rank. The reason I feel like that is so important is because all we do to get to Diamond is we duplicate our Emerald. We just duplicate it. Once we hit Emerald, we've added a coach on each leg. So if we keep duplicating that, we will hit Diamond. And then if we help our coaches, if we lead by example, if we are just doing the vitals, you guys, I think sometimes that we overthink it and we try to come up with all these strategies and we have to try to have the best app and we have to try to, have all of these trainings. I was in a Darren Hardy training earlier this year. 95% of people that go to trainings, like Chalene Johnson, Darren Hardy, he stood up there on the stage and said, 95% of you will not apply what you are learning. So you can go through all of those trainings and have all of this knowledge. But if you're not walking it out, if you're not just going for it, it doesn't matter. So if we just have the mindset to say, okay, I've reached Emerald, I'm just going to duplicate it now. I'm going to walk with my coaches. I'm going to champion my coaches, and I'm going to keep on moving no matter what. So even if you are doing the vitals, you're drinking your Shakeology, you've picked a program, you're doing your personal development, you're trying so hard to lead your team, and your team isn't moving forward, you still have to make that choice. You are going to move forward whether or not someone is going to come with you, because people are going to fall off, you guys. The people that you start with won't be the people that you end up with. Don't ever base your business and your why and your dreams off of somebody else's decisions, because they're going to let you down. So you have to make that choice that, yeah, this is going to be hard and this is going to require sacrifice and dedication, but I'm going to move forward and I'm going to continue to be consistent, because consistency is the secret. Like everybody always says, how are you doing so good? You're going through all of this stuff. It's just me being consistent. Right now, we moved off the ranch. We're in the middle of moving. My husband's remodeling a house. My kids just started school. I'm exhausted. I have all of these reasons that I could easily say, I'm going to step back. I'm going to take a break. No, I'm going to continue to do the vitals, the consistent. I'm going to have that non-negotiable. So when life, settles down again, I'm not running so hard to catch my breath. I'm just going to take off from there because I've established my baseline. You need to just, establish baseline. I know I kind of went off of what we were talking about, Lauren, but I just feel like it's super important based on all of the questions that, were coming out. I think that sometimes we just get so much in our mind, what is the secret? What is all of it? But really what it is mindset. I'm telling you guys, if you get in personal development and you're consistent, That is the secret sauce of this business. It is not about luck. It's not about, you know, like, here I am, farm girl, like no experience whatsoever, but it's been consistency and personal development and not giving up.
Yeah, and you know, just to talk about building a little bit more, because I know that that's a huge thing to think about. I don't want you guys to be so worried about it that you don't build, because a lot of times people just stop, they halt, they freeze because they don't know where to put people. And the thing is, there have been many times when my placement was set wrong, and I didn't catch it, and it was outside the 5 days, and I was like, well, all right, so plan B. All right, next go. You're like, the next person who signs up, I'll fix that. And I will try to, you know, I will build over there. I don't want you guys to get so wrapped up in the little things that you forget the big picture. And so really quickly, you know, we talk about income and where to place spouses and everything and things that can happen. And I put Chris at the top of my week leg. I already told you guys that. When I started to build him, he is a 3-star lifetime. So he said the 2-star bonus and all that stuff. And we got to duplicate him and put another business center on his week leg, So I built that, built my sister, built my second CVC, I built my third CVC. I've done all those things, and it's constant. You're constantly building and growing. What's really cool is on that Thursday when you go check your payday and you're checking 4 accounts and you're getting paid on all 4 accounts. Because you have built them all independently and they're working together. I won't say that they're all like hitting it out of the park, but when you add it up and your cumulative earning is like your mortgage payment, that's pretty cool in 1 week. So I want you guys to see how this works together and how a lot of people, why did my mind just go blank? Been there. So one of the first coaches, and he is just really, I'm just retarded right now. I'm sorry. He teaches this. He teaches 2-star, 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 2-star. Get everything to 2-star, 2-star. Don't go beyond that. Just keep focusing on 2-star. Why? Because then you can keep placing yourself all over your organization. You just keep placing it where you need the volume the most. And it's so smart. And that's all he does is he works the system, and he's a numbers guy and he likes to see the big picture. A lot of us are more of the touchy-feely, the relationship, but you guys, you got to have both. You can't just be all personal development and all excitement and all encouragement and then just not take care of your team and your coaches and not understand how this business works, because I want you guys to get the most out of it. And you can't be so numbers driven and so push that you forget that this is a relationship business and we need to build deep and wide. So there's a fine balance there, but it's there. It's the yin and the yang. And some of us are heavier on one side, and that's our personality type. There's nothing wrong with it. But I just want you guys to see that there is so much potential within this business. And if you just focus on growth, relationships, investing back in a team like this, not giving excuses. I mean, the list is really long, but if you just think about it, it's like common sense stuff. Don't make excuses when it comes to your goals. Don't let anybody tell you who you should be according to their standards. You decide what your goals are for your family, and you post them up on sticky notes all over your house if you need to look at it every single day. And you think about what it's going to feel like to take them to Disney. And you think about what it's going to feel like to sit on your vacation and enjoy 2 weeks and not 2 days. And you start thinking about what it's going to be like to pay off your car, your mortgage, to bring that spouse home, to replace an income, to get out of debt. You start thinking about what this little business that people mock and kind of roll their eyes at can really do for so many people. And then you go, guess what? Your opinions don't matter to me because I can't take them to the bank. And I'm going to continue to do what I feel in my heart is fulfilling and that gets to actually tangibly change lives. And I know you guys have seen that whole health bet thing that they're doing right now. And at first I was like, it's kind of crazy, but you know how many people are really excited about getting started because they know that without a shadow of a doubt, if they show up and they log their workouts and they do everything, that they are going to be able to participate in this pot? It's exciting. I have messages all day from my dorky little video I made of me just being a ding dong talking about health bet. Now I want you to make sure you know all the fine print. which we posted today. But you guys, this is a great opportunity to get people excited about taking care of themselves and get paid to get fit, get paid to work out, you know? And so just want to make sure that, you know, like Jen said, that we are just really not settling for something, that we're really going for the big things, and that we're engaging in personal development every day, because that was a missing puzzle piece in my organization for a long time. And I didn't understand what I was missing. And when I started to invest in personal development, then it started to mean more. The whole team meant more. The whole experience meant more. And I think you grow into the leader that you're capable of being when you invest in personal development and growing you, and not just showing up to invite and share and all that stuff. You gotta grow at the same time. So really quickly, I know it's almost 9:15 here, so it's 10:15 on the East Coast. We tackled most of the questions, but do you guys have any more like quick questions about what was shared, maybe to just elaborate a little bit? From Kimberly. Paralysis comes in and can take you out, but that consistency is important. What does that make you, superstar? Jen, what about building Cameron? So just to talk about superstar, that takes a team of people who are willing to run with you. I mean, if you want to talk about being a superstar team, which we are, that took the invitation and the people who are willing to run with me. Not everyone is still diamond. We're not superstar right now. We haven't been superstar for a while because of a lot of people who haven't stayed at that diamond rank. And so, you know, it takes continuous building. It takes continuous growth. You never stop, and you never just rest. You know, you keep inviting and keep sharing. But Jen, what was your story about?
Oh, yeah, it was about Cameron. So, and it was kind of piggybacking about what you were sharing, just about how, you know, sometimes you're like, why did I sign my husband up at the beginning? So when I signed Cameron up, he was at the top of my weak leg. I just did it because I watched YouTube videos. Like, if you guys have a question, YouTube it, like Lauren said.
Someone told you to do it.
What was that? Yes, she did. Lauren did tell me. I'm just saying. Lauren did tell me that, you know, before I even signed up, this is what you need to do. So, but what I'm saying is, you don't need to always go to your upline. Go to YouTube first. Google it first. Sometimes there's a lot, you can get an answer a lot quicker if you just Google it instead of waiting on somebody's reply. So anyways, I built myself to diamond equally. That's how Lauren told me to do it. Build equally. And, you know, I built Cameron to emerald. And then I continued to build, but it wasn't until the end of January this year, maybe the beginning of February, that I decided that I was really going to go for two star. And so I built him to diamond. And what I wanted to share was that once I built my husband to diamond, my income quadrupled. I went from making, and I'll talk about my money all day long. I mean, that's not a ton, but when you're going from making, you know, around $700 a month to making $1,000 a week based on my husband and growing there, and then having my other diamond pop, and then that second business center, you guys, what the reason that I was saying, and I didn't make it full, I'll make it full circle now, that 2-star is your goal, is because that's when you really see all of your hard work. Like diamond, you're going to get to diamond and don't expect, oh wait, I thought I was going to be making, diamond is not where it's at. 2-star is where it's at. That's when you're going to start seeing the team cycle bonuses. That's when you can strategically replace yourself, like Lauren was talking about. But building my husband was vital for our family in quadrupling our monthly income.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a lot of you, I've heard people, and I'll end it really quickly here. I've had people come to me and say, I need to cancel my husband, you know, he's in the wrong spot. And I'm like, well, if you keep building him, he's still at the top of your organization, and no matter what, there's still going to be the most volume there. And, you know, I even went to my upline and said, I think I'm going to cancel Chris. And she looked at all the volume that was coming from that, where the leg that he's on, and she goes, no, because the potential is there. All you need to do is build that other leg. And I said, that has been my goal. You're right. I need to go ahead and build that inside leg, and I need to really make that a priority. So we're working on strategic placement of coaches in order to build the larger team to maximize that cycle bonus that he has as a diamond 2-star. It ranges every other week. But the potential is for him by himself to earn $1,200 a week, just on volume that's sitting there. You know, and so it's just like when you start to think about what you're missing out on the work you've done, but then you're not maximizing it by just being a little bit strategic once you get to a certain point. And granted, this is after you hit the rank of diamond and you're working on building volume and you're growing in other areas and you're duplicating yourself. I really want you to come back to me, your upline and this team, and go, okay, now where do I need to build? How can I maximize this? Because like Jen said, it made the biggest difference for her family. And I remember that text. She's like, we made it over $1,000 this week. And as a coach and as a friend, you just are so excited for them because you know how hard they worked. But you know what that means for them. And so that is what this is all about, because I know that you guys don't want to work and just spin your wheels. I know that you want to get to a point where all of a sudden it clicks and you're like, oh, I get it. That's what it took. It took that one move. It took that one push. It took that one goal and a little bit of work in order to really make a difference for my family. That's what I want, you know? So there you go. If you guys have more questions, post them on that thread and a large routine page, and we'll see if we can get some more answers for you guys. But, you know, I posted some more PD books. We have a great resource. And yes, even though there are always no's, you stay consistent because just like on the National Wake Up Call, we're farmers. We plant seeds. And it might take a little bit longer, but when you look at the field that is going to sprout from all those seeds that you plant, I would much rather have that than the hunter who's just like knocking things off. I want the field. I want the growth. I want the pretty sunflowers. Fields of sunflowers are like my favorite thing ever. I want the pretty field of happy sunflowers. And I want you to grow, like Kimberly said, you grow yourself when you're being consistent and you're building content and you're investing in people. You learn how to invite through the nose. You learn what to say. You gain a little bit of knowledge. Every time someone says no, you go, okay, you get thicker skin. You understand that your goal is so important that you're willing to take another step and you're willing to go through another no because it's so important to you. And so it's that daily, like, pulling up your boots and getting everything ready to go out there and change some lives. So, yeah. Yep. So, all right. Super awesome. Good? Like this? I love seeing so many people. I'm so happy. Okay. So, love you guys. If you guys want, there's a large team sneak peek with like our Rockstar team. Like my coach is Stephanie Rockstars. Her sneak peeks are awesome. She kind of took our format and ran with it. So kind of proud of that. But their whole team gets involved and it's like a party and they like hang out for hours and it's hilarious. So if you want to invite people to that, you guys, sneak peeks are for you guys to invite your prospects or people who are interested and sit back and engage in them and learn something new. Hear some great stories. So the link is posted in our newsletter. If you're looking for it on our team page, you're going to see a graphic of like a chair that says hot seat. Click on that. There's information. It's a newsletter for our team. Okay. So the sneak peek information is there and that's going to be Thursday. Tomorrow is the last day to hit 2-star, 4-star, blah, 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 5-star, and hold it for 6 weeks and get that bonus. It's the last 6 weeks in the quarter. That will mean something to you guys as you hit your Star Diamond goals. You have to hold your rank for 6 weeks within each quarter to qualify for these bonuses. And tomorrow is the last day. So if you don't hear from me, it's because I'm working a few things. All right. So I'll talk to you guys later. It's great to see your faces. Y'all have a great evening. Bye.